Hey, so if Scaramouche technically lived for two whole lifetimes in his head, is he 800 years old or 400 years old? Or is he 400 years old twice? I haven't figured that out yet.
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind can...
Anyway, hi, how are ya? How you guys doing? This is too loud for me. I can hear too many things. I can hear you breathing. Yeah, no, I'm a little early today. I put it at 7:30 because I didn't think I would make it at 7, and I didn't make it at 7. So, you know, there's that. There's that. Definitely that. I'm on my North America account today because I want to go to the desert, and I don't have the desert unlocked on EU. So, yeah. I have spent the last few days working on the Beginner's Guide to Genshin Lore Sumeru Edition. I was gonna do a whole recap of the quest for the desert over here. And then I kind of realized that as I was outlining it, that everything I was putting in there was basically just the Beginner's Guide to Sumeru. So I should just do that instead. You know? So that's what I'm doing. And you know, the desert lore itself actually isn't as bad as I thought it was. Once I got everything in chronological order, I was like, oh yeah, okay, this all makes sense. But there's just one little thing that you know, kind of bugs me. There's one time period around the fall of Gurabad that I can't pin down. I can't. I've tried. We've got like 6 different versions of the story of what happened there, and none of them line up with each other. Some of them say, oh, the rebellion was a plague. Another one says, oh, it wasn't the rebellion that was a plague. There was like actually a plague, but the plague happened after the whole city fell into the earth. And then the other one's just like, oh, no. Like they both happened at the same time. Like there was a plague and there was a rebellion, and then later on it fell into the earth, and then there was another plague. And I'm like, okay, well, who was it then? I'm having trouble. Okay, I'm having trouble. This is going in here for sure. Yeah, okay. We have to get rid of this. That'll be fun. Yeah, so I went through everything. I mean, every little bit of stuff I could find. And the only thing I think that's left untouched for me... Oh, I have to do that in there? Can I? That's fun. So, okay. Is it gonna turn back? No? Okay. Well, that's nice then. Cool. I like it. I don't really like it, but you know, that one's a snake. I'll just shoot them. That's what we'll do. That works. Yeah, so I went through everything. The only thing think I have left is Dia's Claymore, which obviously is not out yet. So I can't I can't finish, and I'm really hoping. Oh, I just realized this is probably doing splash. Is it doing splash? No, it's not. Okay, cool. Only thing left is Dia's Claymore, and that's not out yet. So I'm kind of waiting on her Claymore before I, you know, finish this up on the off chance that it might have something relevant to that fall. So... Why does everyone hate Dia? I don't think anyone hates Dia. If you're talking about like all of the kind of, let's say, Dia slander that you see everywhere, it's because people are very concerned about the state of her kit based on what was shown in the live stream. Like not based on anything leak-wise that I can legally talk about here, but just based on like what was in the live stream. Like her attacks have so much knockback that she's missing attacks, like just in her normal string. You know, they say, oh, she's gonna enable your reactions, and then she can't enable Melt Ganyu in the showcase that's supposed to make her look good, so it should theoretically be in ideal conditions. And things like that have people really worried, like really worried. That's where the Dia hate comes from, I think. But no, I don't think anyone really hates Dia as a character. She seems like quite beloved, at least in the Western community. I don't know about CN, but you know. Do I think the Goddess of Flowers is truly dead? You know, the state of death in Genshin's kind of weird. Like, it's kind of sort of weird. I'll put it this way. If she's not dead, I don't think she's coming back. How's that? Is that good enough? Like, her lore basically says that she became a bridge, which doesn't really say that she died. But it doesn't say that she's alive either. So it's like she more like transmuted, and who knows how sentient she is in that transmuted state, you know? So. That said, Deshret did believe that he could revive her. So that should tell you that, you know, it's very possible that if she's not dead, or if she is dead, whatever state of deathness that she's in is not irreversible, right? So I think that's worth remembering. Yeah, knows. But I don't think Deshret is dead either. I went through the thing again and I realized that Deshret, like, got sealed twice. Which I guess was something I missed. Initially, I thought he was like, you know, he got corrupted by forbidden knowledge and then he was sealed away and that was the end of it. But like, that wasn't it at all. Like, he actually got sealed twice and they were separated. The incidents were separated by like several hundred years, as far as I can tell. So that's a thing. And it actually kind of explains his empty sarcophagus in the Golden Slumber, you know? Like, if you go to the mausoleum, there's that whole empty sarcophagus and you're just like, well, where's the body? And then obviously he must have, like, died physically or something at some point, because there's also tales of his body rotting away on a throne in Kaj Nasut. So, but it's complicated. It's complicated. The cutscene said he sacrificed him. Yeah, the second time he sacrificed himself. Yeah. Not the first time, though. Why do I think Celestia is allowing all the intrigue, insurrection by the Cryo Archon to keep happening? Because I don't think there's anyone in Celestia right now. I really, really don't. I strongly believe that Celestia is currently empty. Completely and utterly empty. I don't think there's anyone up there. There's a couple reasons why I say that, though. I remind me to come back to the Celestia's empty thing, because I was talking about this earlier, and by earlier I mean like a day or two ago, with some people, and we both had different stances on what we thought the deal with Celestia was. And then turns out as we talked to each other, we realized that we were probably both wrong. So that was fun. Or at least not both completely right. How's that? That's probably a better way to put it. But yeah. So remind me to come back to this. Yeah. Anyway, Kwang Mai Tu, I don't know if I said your name right at all. I'm gonna say no, but thank you very much for the super chat. I missed this flower like completely. Wow, that was impressive. I don't know if I want to read that. Does anyone else have that thing where you say your own name and you're just kind of like, this sounds weird, I don't want to say my own name? But like, you don't have an issue saying anyone else's name. It's just like when you say your own name. Is it just me that has that problem? I have that problem with my real name and my screen name. It's very strange. It's kind of like semi uncomfortable. Hi. At some point, we're probably gonna have to talk about Yelan here. We're probably gonna have to have a chat with that. Oh, hi! I didn't see you. Where did you come from? That guy's stuck. Ow, 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 ow. Rude. Very, very rude. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Let me out of here. I'll just wait. There we go. I'll just wait. Num 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 num. Num 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 num. No, don't touch me. I'm touch phobic. It's like being hydrophobic. I don't mix well with the touching. I take damage. That's how video games work. You take damage when you're touched. It's a whole big game of don't touch anything and nothing touches me, and that's why they don't touch grass. Anyway, anyway, thank you, Kong. Arturo, thank you for the super. Hi, can you believe I lost Homa to the big blue sword and lost Hu Tao to Tignari? This game hates me so much. Oh, that's painful. Yeah, don't pull on the weapon banner. That's my advice. Don't pull on the weapon banner, like at all, ever. Unless you can guarantee it, or unless you want both focus weapons. I'm sorry that happened, though. That sucks. That really sucks. I mean, at least Tignari is strong. That's some consolation prize. I mean, at some point, you might be saying the same thing about Dia. Who knows? Who knows? And maybe that will be a much less pleasing situation to be in. Who knows? Oh wow, I got kind of behind. But yeah. Don't pull on the web. Okay, there are 2 lessons. Well, there's actually a few lessons in Gacha. Here are 2 lessons for Gacha, right? Genshin specifically. 1, do not pull for the 4-star ever. Do not pull for the 4-star. Unless you are okay with getting the 5-star. Like, there's no such thing as building pity. Don't pull for the 4-star. And the other thing is don't pull on the weapon banner unless you're okay with both focus units and unless you're okay, like spending the primos to guarantee it. Like, I don't pull on the weapon banner unless I have 30,000 primos to spare. That's how I roll. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Am I pulling for Dia? In the state she's in right now? No, I am not. Unless Shinobu's on her banner. If Shinobu's on her banner, I will throw some fates at her banner. And if I happen to get Dia, I'll be okay with that. And if I don't, that's also fine. I'll have a guarantee. I'm okay with that. If Shinobu is not on her banner, I won't do it. And the only reason I want to do that is because I have a C4 Shinobu and I would like a C6, so I just need 2 more copies, so I don't mind like throwing some fates at it. What about Nika? I have no purpose for Nika at all. I have no reason to pull for him, so I probably won't. Like, yes, he boosts attack speed, but so does Yunjin, and Yunjin is way more valuable for Skara and for Ayato than Mika is. So... And Cryo as an element just isn't that great right now. It's not in a good place, you know? But voice lines, what about voice lines? I don't need to pull a character to see their voice lines. I just go on the wiki. Like, I don't have Raiden. How do you think I get her character stories? I go on the wiki and I read it. Well, actually, I go to amber.top instead of the wiki because I like to look at it in multiple languages. But, you know. I mean, he's cute. He's not useful for my account, and I don't need Ayaka and I don't need Shenhe. And what was the rule I just told you about gacha? Don't pull for the 4-star unless you're okay with getting the 5-star. I don't want those 5 stars. So hang on 1 second. My dog is barking her fool head off and she's driving me crazy. I have a fun story about her in a second. I'll be right back. Fenris, come here. What is wrong with you? You're such a brat. Such a brat. And you know it too. I'm not cuddling with you. You know what you did. Such a brat. Okay, so here's the thing. I've probably mentioned this before, but one of my dogs is terrified of mice. Like actually crippling terrified of mice. And it's not really like if you show her a picture of a mouse, like she freaks out or anything. Why did I do that? Like total habit at this point. It's not if you show her a picture of a mouse, like she freaks out or anything. It's not like that. It's that I have a problem in my house where there are mice coming in and they crawl up through the back of my oven. And then they crawl along my counter. And sometimes they'll hit like a spoon where my dishes are or something, you know, and they'll make a noise and it'll be in the middle of the night and it'll be pitch dark and Finny will freak out at that tiny little noise and she'll jump on the bed and she's so stressed out about the whole thing, this little mouse making a noise on my counter, that she's like shaking so hard she vibrates the entire bed. And then she stress pants the whole time. And she'll like slowly over the course of like 15 minutes make her way up towards my head. And eventually she'll reach my face and she'll just drool while shaking the whole bed because she's shivering so much because of this stupid mouse. And that's my story. That's my story. She drives me crazy. I'm not cuddling with her and she knows why. It's fine. She knows what she's done. Well, I pull for Baiju. Oh, maybe. We'll see. Dendro's always useful. Oh, I missed some things. Sorry. Hang on. Let me catch up. Sam Kid, thanks for the super. Speaking of pets, when do you think we'll be allowed to pet dogs and cats in game? Man, they still haven't given us artifact loadouts. I don't know that we'll ever be able to do that. I give the Genshin dev team a lot of slack for a lot of stuff because honestly, like keeping a game on a 6-week schedule consistently with the amount of content that we get is a really difficult thing to do. Even in a large team and when you have like basically unlimited money. Like even in those cases, it's a really hard thing to do. So I give them a lot of slack, right? But here's the thing. We're halfway through the story right now. Or we will be very soon. Right? And the fact that we're heading towards 4.0 in like the next couple of months disturbs me in a way because there are so many quality of life things that we've been asking for since like 1.1 that still haven't even been addressed. And instead we're getting things like trading card games and more teapot upgrades. And like, I love my teapot. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed TCG, but like, would I trade the trading card game mode for artifact set loadouts and maybe a new permanent combat mode? Yes, I would. And that's where the problem is, because like sometimes it doesn't really feel like they're interested in that kind of stuff at all, you know? So when it comes to even things like, can I pet the dogs or cats? I don't think they'll do it because they're so focused on creating more limited content or more content that's varied. hate not being able to light these things. I just don't think that they'll do little things like that even if we ask for them. That's all. And I'm just really skeptical we'll get anything along those lines before 4.0. And if we don't get them before 4.0, I don't know when we'll get them or if we'll get them at all. And that's kind of distressing for me, because like I know that Hoyo listens, because in Star Rail, which is their next game that they're going to be releasing, did I miss something here? They've implemented a lot of quality of life stuff that I'm just like, why is that not in Genshin? Like, why would you not put that in Genshin? Why? Like, they have one item in Star Rail where you can build your own 5-star artifact. You can choose the set and you can choose the main stat. And you can choose what piece it is, like if it's a headwear, footwear, that kind of thing. And you get that from the battle pass for free. Right? There's things like that that you know that they've been looking at data and being like, oh yeah, like this is a good thing to do. But then they don't put it in Genshin. They put it in another game. And I'm like, why? I mean, like, yes, put it in the other game, but also maybe also keep it in Genshin. That would be fine. I have no idea where this thing is. I'm just wandering around at this point. Where is the other thingy-mabobber? Is it up? Am I blind? I'm probably blind. I'm also really behind in chat, so I don't actually know if anyone's telling me where it is. I don't know. Unless it's in the bush. It's in the bush, you little bastard. I got you.
Remarkable condition.
Victory! Sorry. Anyway, that's my little rant. I have, you know, I have some concerns going into 4.0. 3.0 was fine. Like, I understood 3.0 because they were adding like a whole new element, right? The element's here. It's been here for a while. We've got plenty of characters with it. We've had lots of time to test it and react with it and everything like that. We understand Dendro really well. There is no better time to release a new end game mode than 4.0. And that includes like a lot of quality of life stuff. Anyway, that's my that's my little rant on that. I guess we'll put Yellow back in here because I'm friendship farming her, so that's why she's in my team right now. I have a love-hate relationship with Yelan. I think as far as 5 stars go on my account, this is gonna sound horrible and it's gonna be such a hot take, but like I think she's like one of my bigger regret pulls comparatively to basically any other 5-star I've gone to, because like other 5 stars that I've gone to, man, that is so bright and so pretty. Look at that. Not her butt. We'll go on the side. I'm trying to look at the sky, man. She's not making it easy. Oh, it's because the sandstorm's up, of course. Well, that's nice. Well, not sandstorm, the fog map thing, whatever. Yeah. So I don't know. Most of the characters that I pull for are like favorites. So even if they're not great, like I'm usually fine with that. Like I don't regret them because like I really like them. Yelan's one of those characters that I'm like, she's cool. She's fine, but she's not a favorite. And then I got her for not really a Xingqiu replacement, but like to do a similar job to him, and like in practice, she doesn't really do it. And so, like, I kind of regret having her now. Like, yes, now I can run double hydro. Yes, it's strong, but, like, outside of that, it's kind of pointless. I don't know. Anyway, off topic. Sorry. Kong one day you're going to have to tell me how to say your name so that I don't feel like an idiot every time I see it. I have no idea how to pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. What's my stance on visions? Pro vision or vision skeptic? Harbingers seem to bear strong bias against visions, yet the community speculates they might have one. So there's a few harbingers that we know have them, and there's a few harbingers that we know don't have them. So I don't know that part matters too much about whether or not the harbingers have them. I actually do have a stance on visions, and it's kind of a spicy take. So sit down, because I kind of wanted to make this into a lore bits episode, and I still might. And like a convinced thing, but like here's the thing. When I was doing my research on Scaramouche, like his design inspirations, I came across something called a Mani gem. And basically the Mani gems look just like the Sumeru vision casings for the most part. And I thought that was really interesting. And I started looking into it more. And that was kind of when I realized that there were some other, how do I phrase this? There were some other interesting sources of inspiration that visions might be taking from, because it's called a wish-bearing gem. The whole Mani gem thing, like it's supposed to be like a wish-granting gem thing. It's supposed to like be able to, well, like I said, grant wishes, wealth, prosperity, health, happiness, all that kind of stuff, right? Did I get this one? I must have gotten this one. I think I'm missing one of them. I don't know which one it is. And I forget where it is. I have to go and actually figure out where my source was. But the more I got to think about it in that sort of thing, like not being the result of ambition, but instead here's a gem to grant your wish, I started wondering. See, now it's pointing underground again. So maybe we go underground. I started wondering if you know how I had that whole like Irminsul fruit thing, like, you know, you go to the sky and the Irminsul is supposed to also be in the sky, and like the stars in the sky and the constellation are supposed to be Irminsul fruit, these crystallized fruit. And I had this thing where I was like, well, what if those are like the fruits are actually the souls of people? Oh, hi. Because when you think about it for a minute, right? Like when things are born and they die, they return to the ley lines. And the ley lines are what? They're Irminsul's roots, right? And if you're just distilled down into energy and you get processed through this big magic tree, you're going to come out the other end as a seed or a fruit or something, right? And those fruits look like knowledge capsules. And we know that you can like download your brain into a knowledge capsule. So I started wondering if like Irminsul fruit in general could actually be more like human souls or wish granting gems. And I was like, okay, well then what's an actual vision? And I was like, well, what if a vision is really like you obtaining your, how do I put this? Your soul, like your right to escape. Oh, this is going to be hard to word, isn't it? Hold on. Maybe this is better as a lore bits thing so that I can actually like formulate thoughts in a like coherent manner. I don't want to fight this thing. I just kind of want to like run around. How do I form this? Okay, I need to back up again, actually. Hold up. In Gnosticism, which is what Genshin is based off of as well, basically all of humanity is like trapped on Earth by the demiurge. And if you look at kind of like before Sun and Moon and everything else in game references in terms of like how the world was created and what humans' purpose might be and stuff, it kind of feels like everyone's trapped into that and they can't leave. And that's kind of supported by the whole sustainer of heavenly principles, nothing gets in, nothing gets out kind of thing. And I wondered if, like, when you go through the process of being absorbed and then spit out again by Irminsul, if it was at all possible that at some point during one of your samsara cycles, let's say, you reached this state wherein Irminsul recognized that you were ready to break free of the bounds of the world, and that's when you get granted a vision. And the reason why I went that way with the idea is because I was trying to figure out what the purpose of delusions were and why it was so important that delusions be mass produced. Because the Vision Hunt Decree, like, in principle doesn't make sense to me of why they would want to like get rid of visions and replace them with delusions, or even just like create a scenario wherein delusions are valuable. Like, why do you need to spread delusions? It feels like something that you would want to kind of like keep how do I exclusive, you know, like an exclusive power source. But instead, like the Fatui seem to want to spread it, which I think is quite strange in context. So I was like, well, what if delusions are just artificial visions? So like if humans can only break free of the world that they're in by, you know, getting a vision, then maybe the Fatui don't find that fair, and they want to have all of that freedom be accessible by basically anyone. So they're manufacturing delusions, which would help normal people who don't get visions to essentially break free of the shackles of the world, so to speak, which seems to be a recurring trend. And obviously I have a lot of refining to go through on this idea to put it like into something coherent. But that's kind of like where I'm at with visions. That's where I'm at with visions. Yeah. That was long. Sorry, that was really long. I got really behind. Oh goodness. I am so behind now. Sorry. Hold up. Yeah. Anyway. I'm long-winded tonight. What can I say? I'm long-winded every night. When am I not long-winded? Down the hole. I was gonna say going down the hole is fun, and then I realized that thing's here, and that thing's not fun, but I guess we'll fight it anyway, because we can. Scorpion Man, he's gonna do what a scorpion can, which means, like, destroying all of Gurabab, because it was his poison that kind of, like, destroyed it all in the honey. 301 people died because of you, my little dude. Give me those. Nom 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 nom. Okay. Sorry. Charlie! Thank you for the super. Do you think that Scaramouche being Makoto as a crackbot theory? I think it holds a lot of validity, especially when we consider the bit about their marks, the Electro symbol, and the shadow of this one. Yes. That's the short answer. The short answer is yes, I do. But I need to be kind of careful about the wording here, because, like, on the one hand, I do think that they're quite similar, and you could think of them as a reincarnation, but I kind of think of them more like clones, so to speak, like genetic clones. So they end up not being the same person, right? But they might be made of the same material, which might mean that they have very similar predispositions, things like that. They might have similar... there might be pieces of them that are similar, but they're never going to be identical. So, like, he's not her, but he's, like, made of her, right? Like, he's what's left of her. That's kind of how I think about it. In that way, yes, I think it's very, very plausible. But as a reincarnation, I think less so. I think less so on the reincarnation front. Wait, what build am I on with this guy right now? Hold up. Is this the... Okay, this is Gilded. I wasn't sure. I have 2 builds for him right now, and I keep swapping back and forth between them, and then I can't keep track of which one I'm on. But yeah, so that's my stance on Makoskara, as it were. So many blooms, blue, 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 blue. I am gonna do an analysis on Alhaitham, I think. Not a totally in-depth one like I did with Scar. I don't I honestly really don't like doing those because they are very, very, very time consuming. They take weeks to put together and forever to edit and collect all of the images and stuff for. So I don't do those very often. Like I have to be really invested to want to do those. But there's some stuff about Alhaitham that I want to talk about in context of the desert, so I will probably do that at some point. But no, 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 no. Do, thank you very much for the super. One of the next rumored 5 stars in 3.7. Okay, listen. We don't talk about leaks in here. Not directly. So I'm going to say that that's not a rumor, but a theory that you have that we're due for an Inazuma 5-star, and so it should come in 3.7 because 3.6, who knows what's going on. I swear to God, if Baiju isn't soon. I feel so bad for people who really like Baiju, man. Like, I feel so bad. They've been waiting for so long. Anyway, if we get a main story quest in Inazuma, is there anything that you hope we will focus on? I want Saigyu lore. I want Saigyu to come back from the dead. Let's see. Is there anything in Inazuma? I mean, the most interesting thing in Inazuma is Enkanomiya. So, like, anything that happens in Enkanomiya, I am so down for. As far as, like, related directly to Inazuma, I guess I just want to, like, get some reasoning and some rationale as to why Inazuma is so far from everything else. Because it bothers me. It bothers me that Inazuma is so far away from everything else. I don't know. I don't know. I'd like some information on that. Like if there's like a reason why they were so isolated. Like why Tsurumi is the way it is. Why Seirai is all the way off in the middle of nowhere. Why no one talks about them. You know? Okay, I guess we're going up. I think that's what I would like a quest on. But I would also just like some yokai lore. We don't really have a whole lot of yokai lore. We don't have any Tengu lore, really. Like we have a little bit. We basically have Sara, but Sara's been so neglected. Like I think Hoyoverse just hates Sara at this point. I really do. For example, the Perry quest, you know? There was no reason why Sara couldn't have been the announcer for the Perry quest. Like, why did they just made her show up at the end for no reason? Why not just make her the announcer, right? Like, I would like some Tengu lore, I guess. We already have some Oni lore with Ito and his whole red Oni, blue Oni thing, but we don't have anything for Sara, and she doesn't even have a hangout or anything. So, like, there's nothing to really latch onto. And Sasayuri, like, most people don't even know he exists. He's just, like, some nameless face in A's trailer, and that's it. I'd like to see some stuff for that. Oh, that guy's alive. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were alive, my dude. No, don't shoot me. That's rude. Don't fall on me either. That's also room. I'm little. Squish me. We'll get squished. Look at him. I'm squishy. I'm squishy. Whoops. Yeah, Tengu and yokai lore, I think. If I can't get some geographical explanation for why the hell Inazuma is all the way out in the middle of nowhere. Those would be my picks. Those would be my picks. Yeah. Okay, we're out of the caves. I don't want to be down here anymore. I don't want to be down here anymore. Leave me alone. Oh, they're dead. They left nothing behind. Oh. You were not who I asked to swap to. The controller disobeyed me. How rude. How very rude. Oh my god, I'm seeing people say, like, check the bushes. I am so far behind. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Blizzard Jeff, thanks to the super, I pulled on weapon banner 4 times. Kazuha, Raiden, Ito, and Sino. Considered lucky I haven't lost a weapon banner so far since lunch. Yes, that is very lucky. The weapon banner is basically like you have like a 30 some odd % chance. No, like a 35% chance, I think. I think you have a 35% chance of getting the weapon you want at Pity. So, wait, are there anything in this area? I thought I did this one. I did. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, like, that means you won not only a 75-25, but then you won a 50-50 after that. And you did that multiple times in a row. So, like, yes, that's pretty lucky. I think that's pretty lucky. I have lost on the weapon banner a lot of times. I had to epitomize Redhorn. I remember that. That was awful. What else did I've lost a few. I went for Primordial Jadewing Spear back when it first when Shao was released, and so it was released with Primordial Jade Cutter, and I really wait no, it wasn't when he was released. It was after that, but whatever. But I didn't get it. I got 2 Primordial Jade Cutters instead, and that was before Epitomized existed, so I just gave up and kept the swords. And now Alhaitham has it. And you'll notice I said it instead of them, because I may have refined them in my early 1-point-something days when I thought that was a good idea. Anyway. There's that. I hope Dia's story has good lore. Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too. I kind of wonder if we'll go on a quest to recover her claymore. You remember how like she sold her claymore for the Archon quest to like pay for the Sub-Zero's festival? I think it'd be interesting if we started out like having to go buy her claymore back, and then it's been sold, and now we have to go track down some Eremites to buy it back, but then it becomes like part of this crazy plot of craziness. Did I miss chests down here? Wait, there's nothing down here. It's up here. What? Hold up. I think that would be cool. What the? Okay, well, whatever. We'll just go find the Celia instead. Oh, I see a time trial over there too. Cool, we'll do that. We do that. Yeah. But the thing is like, her claymore is called like Field of Reeds or something like that. I'm wondering if it'll have Aru Village lore. That's something I'm interested in. And I wonder if her quest also might be kind of Aru Village focused. That seems to be kind of her thing with Candace, you know? So I wonder. Chris Neff, thank you for the super. I appreciate you and all you do. No evidence, just a random prediction. The reason why the Abyss sibling is not a descender is because they died, but Asili took their memories and form. What do you think? That's possible. Like, I've seen a lot of theories about, you know, the Abyss sibling not being real and such like that. Obviously, we've gotten some new possibilities now that we know that the Jinn, who are related to the Seelies, can also basically take whatever form they want to, which includes a cyborg kind of thing. I do what I want. I like to stab things. So I think that's a distinct possibility. I want to draw your attention to something, though. Look, take a... Hold up. Not that one. Oh, my God. I want you to take a close look, not at this guy, at this. What do you see in that bottle, huh? What do you see in that bottle? There are 2 golden petals, almost twin-like, if you will, inside of this bottle. And the only 2 djinn that we've seen are these take this shape. There are these 2 golden petals inside of some machine, right? And the djinn themselves were said to have golden eyes, just like our twins. And so I'm looking at them all like, is it possible that our twin is actually just the other half of us? Like, did we split into 2 at some point? Is that possible? So I wonder about that. That's where my head's at. That's where my head's at. Oh, cool. What'd I get? I got a pot. Cool. We like potted plants in this house, I say, as my potted plants die because my house has no light. Natural light, I should specify. My house isn't my house isn't really well oriented for indoor house plants. It's unfortunate because I really like house plants. I can't have them because they die because they get no light. I get sad. But yeah, I wonder about that sometimes. I do, I wonder. How am I always so behind? Why does chat move so fast? Or do I just talk so much? Do I just talk so much that like I guess that's a possibility, huh? I probably just talk a lot. It's okay. I'll get over it. Callum, thank you for the super. Do you think they'll release characters up until the end of the game? People would be less incentivized to pull when the end is near, no? Honestly, I've never actually made it to the end of a story-based gacha game. So I'm not sure what to expect. What I will say is that Hoyoverse is ending another primary story in another game of theirs, in Honkai Impact. So, oh hey, look, there's the Steely. I was looking for you. How you doing, buddy? So in Honkai right now, the main story is ending. Like actually ending. And they're looking to like do other stories within the game and stuff. But the main story is coming to an end. So whatever they do in Honkai Impact is probably something that we should expect for Genshin. I don't know if I'd want to continue playing Genshin after Travail. Personally. Like once we get to Conria at the end of the game, I don't know if I'd want to keep playing. So I'm not sure how they're going to approach that. Because this game is going to be so massive by that point. Like, it's going to be so many gigabytes. How is it I found the one spot for that chest to pop up under my feet? It'd be so hard for anyone to just get into it. Like, even now on my EU account, getting into the game and, you know, having to go through the whole process of farming and learning the systems, not learning the systems, but like the expectations of what I feel like my character should be doing versus what they're actually doing on EU is like so infuriating because I swap back and forth between that and NA. So like on this one, I've got a Scaramouche that does like 10,000 damage on one single normal attack, and then on my EU account, I'm lucky if I do 2,000. I'm like, this is infuriating. So yeah. I don't know. I definitely think people will be less incentivized. I know there'll be like a mass exodus from the game when that happens. That's just inevitable. Like it's gonna happen. But I still think they'll continue to release characters and stuff. It just depends on what they feel like they want to do with the game. But based on Honkai, it looks like they would actually want to continue it. I think games should die a natural death, honestly. I don't like gacha games that go on forever. At a certain point, I'm just like, make a new game and make that be like some sort of incentive that oh, hi. Give me some sort of incentive to play the new game or something that's like based on the old game or whatever. So it doesn't feel like I totally lost my investment. I don't know. Like I've seen gacha games die, but just not ones that are very story based. And I don't know. Well, it's just a lot of I don't knows. I really don't know. I'd like the answer to that myself personally. I'm not really sure. A random person, yo, I have a question. When will she notice me? Well, apparently right now, but you didn't ask your question, so I guess that opportunity has passed. There's a lot of questions in here. I can't get through them all. Chat moves at like 10 times my speed. I'm sorry if I don't get to people's questions. Like, I'm trying. Like, I can't always do it. And some of them I see and I won't answer because the answer is usually in another video I've done. So I just kind of like, kind of just leave it. Just kind of leave it. And then my chat keeps jumping, so I lose my place, and then I forget everything, and that's always fun. Oh, I got a chest. Oh, hello. Hello, my precious. Will you die from here? I missed. Oh, that's a lot of people. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Do I think that either the sustainer... Oh, hang on. I'm in trouble. Hold up. I saw a sustainer and then I got attacked. I saw a sustainer. Hold up. Thank you. Okay. I can look off screen now. Do I think either the sustainer or another shade is a god of erosion, as in erosion just being a part of a natural cycle? Maybe it is intended for gods to eventually die. I don't think there's a god of erosion. Like, a lot of Hoyo's stuff, including Genshin, is based on laws of thermodynamics because they're nerds. And erosion is really just the concept of energy reaching states of equilibrium, So, like, as it is inevitable for the world to be born, it's also inevitable for it to die, basically. I think that's really more what it is. I don't think there's necessarily a god of it. Because for there to be a god of erosion, like, I feel like there would have to be a god of... I mean, I guess you could argue that, like, a god of death would be the opposite of a god of life, and therefore you would have a god of erosion, since erosion would be like a death. I guess you could do that if you really wanted to, so I guess maybe. Well, this is a disturbing thing. I'm stuck in here. I can't see anything. That was really awkward, because, like, who are you? Where did you come from? That was really awkward, because, like, that was Babel and Jet, but also not Babel and Jet. I don't like that. That made me uncomfortable for reasons. That made me uncomfy for reasons. Hey, look, food. I also lost my train of thought. So yeah, I mean, like, I guess you could call it a god of erosion if you wanted to call death erosion, since we have this whole life and death thing. I wonder if that would make him, like, the opposite of Rukkhadevata then. I wonder what that would be. Wouldn't that just be like a god of the abyss versus like a god of Irminsul or something? Order from chaos kind of thing? Don't know. Do I think the heavenly principles are like a council rather than a singular being? No, I think the heavenly principles are literally laws. And that a sustainer of heavenly principles is just someone who upholds a law. So I don't think they're like actually a person. But that said, like if you liken Genshin's gods and Seelies and whatnot to angels, as I have many a time, you could look at them as like dominions or justices or principalities. You know, you could look at them that way. In which case, I guess they would be individuals. A lot of this game is just about perspective, which is actually kind of what I like about it. It's kind of what I like about it, honestly. Sorry for asking, but who is your least favorite character in Genshin? Right now? Probably Child. I don't like Child very much. I don't have a healer, so I'm gonna use food. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, someone's already... Okay, yep, someone's already answered it. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. Jessica, thanks for the super! I was rewatching Amber's storybook the other day, and I was struck by how similar the story is to people receiving visions, maybe an allegory. Yes! 100% an allegory. Here's a fun thing to add to that. I've talked about this before. I have a video called like What's in the Box, where I was like trying to explain what I thought was in the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles little rep cube things, and I said I think they're souls, human souls, and then I went on to explain why I thought that. And a lot of it had to do with this concept of a columbarium. And in Judaism, they have a concept where the soul of a human takes the shape of a bird. So whenever you see things about birds and flight and things like that, like you should always assume that the bird is a person, like humans. And that includes like things like Fischl with Oz and the ravens, right? Because like the ravens made a weird appearance in the desert recently. In I think it was The Shepherd and the Magic Bottle in that book. The djinn in there is supposed to be Shirin in that book, and she calls humans ravens, and that's kind of important, I think, personally, because Oz was a raven. Official wasn't, and Oz originally was a I think it was supposed to be like Oz originally as a character was supposed to be a person in the Flowers for Princess Fischl books, right? But then he was later changed to a bird for reasons I don't remember. But anyway, yeah, if you see any references to birds in Genshin, like a lot of times they're just referencing humans and humanity in general. So 100% an allegory. Yes, 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 yes. I don't know why I'm here. I was looking for things and then I got lost. As you do. As you do. Yeah, I'm so lost. Okay. Do you guys have any idea how like far back in the chat I am right now? Jesus. I'm so far back. This is kind of crazy. I like to climb walls. Like a Spidey man. I'm a Spidey man. I do everything 'cause a spider can, 'cause a beta won't eat me.
Gotcha. Care for a dance?
No, I don't want to dance. You can't make me. You're not my mom. Ow. That was rude, though. My mom can't make me dance either. I can make my mom dance, though. What kind of weird reverse power is that, anyway? Your mom can't make you dance, so, like, your child can? So, like, do you go around talking to people like, hey, you're not my child, you can't tell me what to do? That doesn't really have the same ring to it, does it? Is that a fish? I want the fish. I like fish. Sorry, I got distracted. Say, what is your name? Sayer Mobile Automotive? What? Okay. I ain't judging. I'm judging a little bit. Just a little bit judging. Theory that every nail in Celestia is actually a vision holder's constellation, and that's what becomes of them when they ascend there to get absorbed. That is possible. Originally, I thought of them as like the pillars of heaven. But like, if the firmament is actually like a solid... If the firmament is like a solid structure, then the stars being these big glowing pillars and all that we can see is the little tips of them makes a lot of sense. Like, that would make a lot of sense. It would also kind of imply that they're unrelated to Irminsul, or if they are related to Irminsul, that Irminsul is actually a giant machine, which would hold up with what we know so far. So there's also that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Termina 27. Do you think visions are basically anti-radiation badges? I think they would have that effect, yes. I don't know that that's their primary effect, though. Like, I don't know if that's like the number one reason why we have them, but I do think that that's something that they can do. What if they release a Miss Hina skin for Goro that is something interesting for me to assume? Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I guess you're right, it's interesting, but is it necessary? Do I want that? Not really. Leave the poor guy alone. That poor dog. I'm not talking about you, Lily. Don't look at me like that. You mean I can't configure my party in my current state? Let me do what I want. Let me do what I want, and who I want is this one. 'Cause easier to work with. Don't worry, Amber, you're still S tier for this. Oops. She says as she misses. We'll see. Kong, thank you again for another super. Goodness. You are spoiling us, Ambassador. Is Enka part of Tevat or the Dark Sea? Surprising how the book Before Sun and Moon can exist there if Enka is not part of Tevat. Then can we assume that the region won't be affected by Irminsul tampering? Yes and yes? How do I explain this? The Dark Sea is basically anywhere that is not one of the 7 regions. That doesn't necessarily mean it's like not Tevat. It just depends on like how you want to think of Tevat, because like Tevat appears to be a continent but also a world. So I'm not even personally sure. The devs said that Enka was in Tevat. So I'm assuming that's still the case. I don't actually know where the solution to this puzzle is. Where is the solution to this puzzle? Oh. I just had to guess. Okay, cool. I'll take it. Please don't fall. I think the issue with Enka is that it might still be in Teyvat, but it's on the border. So it's like in this weird limbo state of like, am I or aren't I, you know? I think that's the issue with Enka. Because something you'll notice is like when you're down there, time is kind of standing still for the most part. So, and they also built those 3 towers in Enka because they wanted to stabilize the flow of the ley lines because it was unstable where it was. Come back here, my little dude. So I'm wondering if it's like because the ley lines there are unstable, like Irminsul's ability to like touch it is also unstable. I guess is the point I was trying to make there.
Let's go get ourselves some.
It's kind of like if you have a really shitty internet connection. Like, you know, me. I have a really shitty internet connection. Bam! You're a rude dude. And that is why you must explode. Wah-ya! That was my Alhaitham impression. Was it good? It was good. He goes, hi-ya! Wah-cha! Oh, whoa, where did you come from? Don't you laugh at me, you prick. Unstable leyline energy, unstable connection, unstable changes. It's also kind of weird, right? Because, like, well, this kind of goes back to the whole Celestia thing I was going to talk about, but like, I still have a bunch of supers to go through before I can do that. So maybe we'll come back to this, or maybe we won't. Maybe we should just do it now. The conversation I was having was on Discord, and my argument was that the Primordial One won the fight versus the second who came and drove them back, and their argument was that the Primordial One lost. And the second who came is here instead. And that's why we had the Archon War. In the end, I don't know exactly where they landed. But I personally ended up on the opinion of like, I think Celestia is empty because it has neither the Primordial One nor the second who came there. I think both of them somehow hurt each other. Whoa. Oh, hi. How you doing? Nice to meet you. My name is Yelan. I'm a girl from Liyue. My favorite place is in the tea house. Yeah, so where I landed was that like there's no one in Celestia. Like it's not the Primordial One's not up there anymore. The second who came's not up there anymore. Everyone kind of got scattered, and there's no one governing Teyvat right now, and that's why everything's so messed up. That's kind of where I'm at. Because it doesn't really make sense for the Primordial One to still be in Celestia. But it also doesn't really make sense that the second who came hasn't done anything if they are the ones controlling everything in Celestia right now. You know what I mean? So, like, it's this weird limbo state. And that's kind of what's going on with Enka and Amiya, I think, because the whole thing with Enka would have happened after that battle. So I don't think either the Primordial One or the second who came... Oh, dear. Hi. I don't think any of them are there. and would have been able to like properly deal with some Irminsul tampering thing. The whole sentence to death of Orobashi thing is a little bit weird though, because like it's sentenced to death by who at that point? Because if that is true and that there is no one in Celestia, not the primordial one and not the second who came or anyone thereof, then who gave the order to kill Orobashi? That's a big thing. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. That was long and rambly. I'm sorry. I got like really out there. Oh boy. How am I always so far behind?
You think I've got a sharp
I talk forever, that's why. I know why. It's a rhetorical question, okay? Charlie, thanks for the super again. Have you realized that Child Steel Riptide is not exactly the Fatui symbol? Do you have any idea what it is or how it relates to him? Oh, it's an upside down triquetra. It's a symbol of the abyss. Just with like child's spin on it, really. It's the same symbol as what's on Paimon, which is kind of funny in hindsight because that kind of ties her more to the abyss than it does to Celestia. And yet, here we are. And yet, here we are. But yeah, that's what it is. It's a combination of the Fatui symbol and the upside down triquetra, which is a symbol of the abyss, which is where he got his powers to begin with, you know, because he fell into the abyss as a kid. And he never recovered. Maybe in the Fane's War, all of Inazuma kind of drowned, similarly to Enka, but not as much. So only the tops of the mountains were left. Originally, it was part of the main landmass. I mean, yeah, maybe. Speaking of Saigyu, how would you feel if the Goddess of Flowers was just Yae Miko Saigyu because Electro Sakura flowers and that are weirdly more pink and Yae and Nahida are Honkai XPs? I don't think those things are even remotely related to each other. Like, the thing is like Yae Miko as a Honkai XP is not anything like Yae Sakura. At all. She's nothing like her. The only thing they have in common is that they're both pink and they're both based on foxes. That's it. There's nothing else between them that's at all alike. And there's nothing really to tie the Goddess of Flowers to Yae Sakura either. You know? So I don't think it has anything to do with XPs at that point. Hoyo's done this weird thing with their Honkai XPs where they're kind of like mixing and matching. Where Yae Miko is technically like 2 Honkai characters in one, and not just one. It's just more obvious where some inspiration came from than others. So I don't know. I don't think that's particularly relevant. But anyway, Sam Kid, thanks for the super. We still haven't been completely explained what the Wall of Samiel exactly is, right? Any thoughts? No, we know what it is. It was erected to prevent desertification for the rainforest. Presumably during a time when Deshret had a falling out with Ruka Devada. Because the thing is like Ruka Devada didn't build the oh my god. She didn't like construct the rainforest, or rather the Varuna contraption, until what in the heck is? Want me to go up there? Oh, nope, I'm dead. She didn't start constructing the Varuna contraption and therefore the entire rainforest until after Deshret and the Goddess of Flowers had their little thing where they agreed to like, hey, let's challenge the heavens and like overthrow them, you know? So because of that, it's pretty easy to assume that Rukkhadevata in general probably erected the Wall of Samuel to prevent the desertification of her new little area, especially since Deshret was doing all these weird ass things. Oh my god. I did it again! I suck at this. We're gonna do this until I make it all the way up there. There's probably a little zip zoomy thing, isn't there? But yeah, it's just a wall. It's just a wall. It's not like super special or anything. Thoughts on Star Rail's gotcha system? I think it has a lot more of the quality of life stuff that I was talking about that I kind of wanted to see in Genshin, and I'm a little miffed that we're not seeing. If I'm totally honest, I think that's probably thing one. Okay, I honestly have no idea where I'm going with this. Like, how are you all the way up there? How am I getting up there? Where is the rest of these things? I don't understand. This thing's mean. This thing's very mean. The pity is basically, I think it's a little bit more friendly than Genshin, which actually fills me with a little bit of hope, because like when you make a gacha system like that, that seems very expensive. It usually means that characters in general have high pull value, because you shouldn't need to be pulling all the time. Games that are really generous with their currency usually are really generous with their currency because you need to use that currency in order to stay relevant. So for that reason, I'm actually kind of hopeful with Star Rail. It's really difficult to make characters be relevant for long periods of time in turn-based combat games, especially gachas. So if that's the case, it'll be fine. Their weapon banner is definitely more generous. I think that's great. It's only one weapon banner. It's only one weapon, like one light cone, really. And you have a 75-25 and there's no additional 50-50. So that kind of stuff is really good. And then after 300 summons on the standard banner, you get to pick any standard banner character to just have. I think that's also really nice. They do not do that on in Genshin. And I guess the other thing is that after 50 summons on the beginner banner, you get okay, there has to be like a thing. How do I go up? I'm just gonna go up. Can I fly all the way up? No. Okay, I don't know. I don't know how to get up there. I'm confused. I don't like it. I don't like it. I do it again. But yeah. So after 50 summons on the beginner banner, you also get to get you get it. Oh my god, sorry. You get a guaranteed 5-star. So that's also nice. That's also really nice. Is it over here? No, it is not. I don't understand this. There's got to be like a thing I can't see. I don't like it. What's my MBTI personality type? I'm an INTJ. I'm also really behind again because my chat jumped forward. God damn it. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Star Rail's gotcha. It's actually quite nice, all things considered. Oh, goodness. How am I always... Hold up. Hold up, guys. My chat keeps jumping, and it's really annoying. I found my spot. I found my spot. I found my spot. Jeez, this is just, oh my god. Okay. I can't. This thing. Okay, I know I go up. And we go up, 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 and then there's nothing. Like, you can't go that far this way. Can't go that far this way. And you can't go that far this way. So like, where's the thing, my dude? Oh, whoops. Okay, I guess I could go that way. We'll do that next. Yeah, sorry. I'm not very good at these invisible things. I don't like it. Pigeon SW, I've answered the Teyvat question a few times in other videos, so I'm not planning on answering it today. If you read Before Sun and Moon, I think that should be enough of an answer for you, really, because that thing's all about Narc. If you're familiar with any Bible studies at all, it's pretty clear what they're trying to do. There it is. I found it. I'm not totally dumb. Just a little bit. Just a little bit dumb. Just a little bit dumb. Just a little bit dumb. But not super dumb. Not dumb enough to let this trick me. I'm persistent. And also I was gonna fall. Cool. I win. Victory is mine. Sorry. Some days I don't know about me. Fencer Dario, thanks for the super. With Scar's story now being in the rearview mirror, which Harbinger most personally interests you, seeing as how they're just also enigmatic? In order, I think Capitano, because I think he has the most interesting story, and realistically, I think he might be Eamon more than any other historical character right now, and I find that quite fascinating, if that possibility is true. So there's that. If the 12th Harbinger theory is correct, then Crepus would be next, because obviously must have Diluc and or Kaya lore. Because yes. Because I need to know why Kaya was left at a winery. Because it seems so random. Well, it's not really. Like, there's a lot of types between alcohol and the abyss. It's just a thing. Yep, so that would be that one. And then I guess Piero. And then Arlecchino, and then Columbina, and then Pantalone. And yeah. Probably in that order. That sounds about right. I mean, they're all interesting in their own. I think the one I'm least interested in is Sandrone, honestly. I think she's the one I'm the least interested in. The rest I'm kind of like pretty equally engaged with, wanting to learn more about them. But Sandrone is kind of for me, at least right now. I'm not too keen on her niche, I guess. And I'm kind of sick of Dottore, so he can go away. He can go away for a little bit. He can come back later, and maybe I'll be less angry at him. I'm gonna be salty about him forever. Like, I really am. I miss Mangatore. Manga Dottore was so much better. I miss him. Rest in pieces. You will be missed. He will be missed, okay? He was so funky and funny and weird and like Phantom of the Opera style, I have no face kind of thing. And I like totally unhinged. I really liked it. He felt like he had such potential. And then they're like, nope, hot guy. And I'm like, yeah, he's you know, Dottore's like a great villain in his own right. Don't get me wrong. I mean, his voice actor is amazing. But at the same time, like I'm very, I miss the unhinged, crazy little mad doctor. He's too calm for me. I don't know. Dottore reminds me of what I thought Piero would be like. Do you think Nahida can see the Aranara? I mean, yeah, they're in her teaser trailer. I should hope she can see them. She birthed them, technically. How did I crumble the first time I heard the Eternal Oasis song? I didn't. I was busy reading and processing and being like, Lilupar, give me your secrets! Do I like the complexity of Genshin's lore, or do you think it's good because sometimes they are just pushing it and over-complexing stuff? I like it because it gives me an opportunity to learn about things that I wouldn't otherwise be interested in researching. And that gives me more information for other things that I may want to do later. Or even like other games, I might be like, oh, I remember this inspiration because I saw it in Genshin or like in here. So like, I don't think it's bad. The thing is like, there's different depths to the lore in Genshin, right? And you can choose how deep you want to go. And I also like that. Like, it's not necessary to go all the way. You don't have to learn everything. It's not necessary. So I think it's fine. Honestly. There's something for everybody, basically. Ow. I don't like you. Go away. Very, very, very rude. Very, very, very rude. Yay! Okay, I'm catching up slowly but surely, and slowly but surely, and slowly but surely. What characters do you think are avid supporters of Pineapple on Pizza? Ito and Toma. Laris, thanks for the super. Does the ley line exist outside of Teyvat? Probably not. I say that because, like, Irminsul seems to be the heart of Teyvat, and so the ley lines are technically, you know, just the root system of Irminsul. So, like, Irminsul would have to exist outside of Teyvat in order for ley lines to exist outside of Teyvat. I guess the other thing you have to consider is, like, whether or not you think the Abyss is part of Teyvat or not. I am personally of the opinion that the Abyss is, to a degree, part of Teyvat because the ley lines do extend down into the Abyss. So, like, I think they are at least one and the same that way. But, like, if Teyvat was a planet, I would say that ley lines don't exist outside of the Teyvat planet. Yeah. Serious, I landed on the opinion that PO quarantined Teyvat. Yeah, okay, that's right. That's right. I remember now. Is that an oculi? I missed one? Oh my goodness. I haven't really been that thorough. It shows. It shows for sure. Cyber Goblin, thank you for the super chat. What if the twins are the primordial one and the second who came? Oh, that's an idea. The thing is, the only thing I would say about that is that the second who came is also referred to as the invaders, as in plural. I wanna. Lidupar, you're useless. 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 All right. We'll find a Ginny thing. That's my only thing is, like, the invaders are said to be plural. So I'm a little skeptical about them being, like, the primordial one and the second who came for that reason. And that's really the main reason. It's just because they're plural. There would have to be multiple, in the case of my account, Lumines. Or multiple ethers. I don't think they're gonna go that way, personally. Like a lot of the stuff I say like doesn't necessarily have a lot of lore basis. Oftentimes, a lot of the times it's like the things I say are because oh, these aren't the those are the other things. Okay. A lot of the things I say are based on what I think Hoyo will actually do based on past writing patterns. Okay, we got Dots, Snake, and Dude. Okay. Dots, Snake, and Dude. Let's go over and make a dot, a snake, and a dude. Smack that. Okay. Whatever. Okay, maybe not. Do you have dots? Do you have dots? You have dots. Okay. Dots, snake. Dude? Dot, snake, dude. Okay, cool. Arturo, thank you for the 5 gifted. If you got a gifted subscription for the membership thingamabobber from Arturo, make sure you said thank you. I appreciate that. That was very nice. Waves, wheat, and there's just waves and wheat. Okay. Waves and wheat, 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 waves and wheat. Why do you keep hitting the... I'll hate them. What is going on with your hitbox? I am... Okay. Very strange, but I'm okay. Chris Neff, thank you for the super. 2 questions. What dead character would you want to come back and be able to play? Examples, Yaksha's Raiden friends. And second questions, the known unplayable characters like Alice, Harbingers, and Paimon. Oh, I think... let me think. I want to play Deshret. Yeah. I think Deshret and the Yakshas for dead characters that I want to come back. The Yakshas are kind of like a no-brainer. I definitely want them. So Deshret, the Yakshas, and then as far as unplayable characters that we know of who are not dead, definitely Alice, probably more Rhine-daughter, and then Varka. I mean, those are kind of really boring answers, but those are my answers. The thing about the Harbingers is, like, I can wait for the Harbingers. Because, like, I don't know which ones I like yet. Because we don't really have a whole lot on any one Harbinger. A lot of it's just baseless speculation, which is fine. There's a lot of potential for stuff, you know, but like we just like Arlecchino, we don't know anything about her really beyond the fact that she raises orphans and that she's kind of ruthless and two-faced. Like that's basically all we know. So like I can't really say that I particularly like her so much, you know, but I really love the idea of a playable Rhine-daughter. I want more Hexenzirkel though. Like I want the, like even without names, if the Hexenzirkel is more than just Rhine-daughter, Alice, and Mona's master, I want more Hexenzirkel. Like more members to be named and added and like have it be a whole huge collective. That's what I want. I want more Hexenzirkel stuff. Yeah, I'm changing my answer. I want more Hexenzirkel stuff. I want witches! Ah! Oh. Ouch. I don't think Scarra liked that very much. Oh dear. He's remembering when Mona dumped him. Yep. Okay. So let's yep. Anyway. That thing's really persistent. Can you hit me from here? No, you can't. Haha, sucker. Anyway, yeah. That'll be my answer. I want witches. I want witches. Yes, witches. I like magic. Magic. I'm a magic man. Magic man. Wow. That looks weird without the camera angle. I've never seen that one without the camera angle. Huh. Interesting. Isn't Mona dating Fischl? Oh, yeah, whoever. I don't care. It's just that Mona Hex and Circle, it kind of fit the... Yeah, anyway. Don't mind me. It's fine. It's fine. I got behind again. Oh my god. I'm not that behind. Oh my god. Okay, cool. I'm catching up. Breathe. I want to talk about Deshret in a bit. Oh. Hang on. Oh, man. My YouTube chat application just force quit. I literally just force quit. Like, what the hell? Don't do that. I was doing things. Hold up. I gotta boot this up again. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. That was super funny. Okay, hang on. Jesus. Oh, YouTube, you're a pain in my butt. Okay, seriously, stop it. Stop. Why is it doing this thing where it's like absolutely aggravating? I am trying to scroll. Stop minimizing. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I lost my super chats. Well, that's not good. Oh dear. I lost all my supers. Oh my god. Wow, okay. Well, that was shitty.
I just tell it like it is. If someone can handle it.
Yeah, YouTube literally said no more questions. Hold up. Damn. Okay, hold up, guys. The screen's gonna be boring for a minute. I need to address a thing. Need to address a thing where YouTube has decided that it's just gonna be like, nope, you don't get to see those. Well, I know you keep a record of it, so... Eat my butt! Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Where was I? Okay. Vision, Constellation, Primordial One. Okay. I have them. They're just not in my chat. Okay. We're good. Sometimes YouTube and I, we disagree. All right. Alchemist EXE, thank you for your super. From the start of the Sumeru quest until the Golden Slumber, my sky changed from Milky Way to Mandala. Story or texture glitch? What do you think? I think that might actually be... Hold up. I don't know why I always go to the bottom for this. Oh, this is probably not a good place to go. From what I understand, in the desert, it is a different skybox. But if you turn your graphics all the way down, like to the lowest performance settings, you can get the mandala. But if you turn your graphics up, you get a sky that's a little bit more like this. The other thing to remember is that the desert sky is a little bit brighter than other skies in Teyvat for some reason. And the Milky Way is also a lot brighter, which makes me think that we're supposed to be like physically closer to it you know? So that might be a thing. The other thing I want to point out is that the Milky Way is not always visible. It's visible like once every 2 or 3 days, in-game days, I mean. It's visible once every 2 or 3 in-game days. So it could just be that like certain days when you're checking, you see the mandala because the Milky Way is not there, and then the other days that you're checking, you see the Milky Way, and it's really noticeable. That could be a thing too. Oh. Hey, an air gap. Whee! Going up. I live up here now. Amber runs. Whee! Oh, whoa. That was closer than I thought it was. Are we just gonna watch them fight Baron Bunny? Because that'd be kind of funny. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna do it again. What are they attacking now? Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. Yep, nope. Hi, bye. Going away now. Goodbye. Whee! I want this ability. I just want to be able to, like, jump off the ground and go, yum! It sounds fun. Anyway, yeah, I think it might be a graphical setting, or it might just be that you're checking the sky when the Milky Way is there, because it's not always there. Kamesa, thank you very much for your incredibly generous super chat. I'm kind of lost on how exactly Deshret exposed his people to forbidden knowledge. Did GOF beam it into his head when they did the ritual, or did he discover it himself? If it's the latter, do we know the point of the ritual? Okay. I have an excuse to talk about Deshret lore again. All right, listen. Here's a very, very rough timeline of events, which you may or may not be aware of. So, effectively, it took a long time for Deshret to convince the Goddess of Flowers to kind of join in on his idea of rebelling against heaven. And when she finally did, she led him to what was the Padisara Garden, which should be at the same location as the Eternal Oasis. And when she did that, he used his body as a catalyst to obtain forbidden knowledge about the skies and the abyss. And the Goddess of Flowers, quote, used her body as a bridge. So she was kind of the means by which he obtained knowledge. However, I need to be kind of clear about something, because it's not clear that what he obtained from her was forbidden knowledge. I think this is a common misconception. I don't know if it was. It's not actually stated anywhere, but Deshret went on to do a lot of things over the course of at least 100 years, I think. Given the generation, yeah, it should be about 100 years, I think. So, like, over the course of 100 years, he helped to construct Gurabad, for one. And then he brought the Jinn over to Gurabad to also assist in its construction. And that's where they built waterways and a whole bunch of other things. And he had people kind of like living in this way that he thought was best. And the Jinn all pledged their loyalty to him and all this kind of stuff because he promised the Jinn that he would try to resurrect their mistress. They figured she was all sleeping in the Padisara garden that he turned into the Eternal Oasis. So during the reign of Gurabad, he started the construction of the Golden Slumber. And the Golden Slumber, as we're all aware, is like this big hive mind project. And it's a little confusing because it's not entirely clear on how this hive mind project was supposed to assist in rebelling against heaven. Because there's a few ways you can go with it, right? Like on the one hand, you can say, oh, he's building an eternal illusion in the desert so that people can go live there so that they're technically mentally and emotionally free of whatever the shackles of this world are. You could look at it that way. Alternatively, you can look at it from an abyssal sense and be like, okay, well, we know the Abyss Order is trying to build this giant mechanized god using the Statue of Seven of Venti, plus Osial's limbs, and God knows what else. So what if Deshret was trying to do the same thing and wanted to build a giant hive mind god, right? And in doing so, figured he'd actually be able to challenge the Master of the Sky. That's another possibility. So whatever the Golden Slumber was for, like the actual, real, true intended purpose of it, we're not really sure. That's a weird thing. Look, those snakes are talking to those dogs. Time to crash the party. Hello, my lovelies. Give me all your meat. Give me all your meat. I want your meat. Nom nom nom. I want your meat. Up. Hey, meat. So anyway, big hive mind project, not really sure what it's for. However, Lilupar leveraged the power of the Abyss in order to finish crushing Gurabad and enacting her revenge, right? And when Deshret returned from his work on the Golden Slumber over the course of this last 100-ish years or so, well, it's probably more like 50 to 100 years, I guess, thereabouts. He was like furious, and so he tore her into about 7 pieces and had them hidden all around the desert, right? And that's basically what the Apocalypse Lost and Dirge of Bilqis quests were. And at that point, he still had enough sense, right? He hadn't been corrupted by forbidden knowledge at that point. So it couldn't have been something that the Goddess of Flowers gave him. It had to have been something that was a result of the Golden Slumber project. Because it wasn't until after Gurabad fell and everything that, you know, he started to unleash the forbidden knowledge, so to speak. So my guess is what she gave him was knowledge on how to access certain types of knowledge, right? And then he used that knowledge and ended up kind of backfiring on him. And that's where he ended up unleashing this abyssal mud on the desert, as it were. And then that's when Rukkhadevata built these 7 towers that would later become the foundations for 7 city-states, including the city of Tule Tula. Oh, he's boofing in his sleep. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's cute. And then these cities would build themselves around these special towers imbued with life because it would like repel the dark mud. And they were kind of safe there. So Deshret disappears for like 300 years-ish, thereabouts, by my estimates, just given on who lives and dies and how many cities rise and fall during that time. So he was sleeping for like that much time, and then it looks like he woke up or was revived or something along those lines, and then the mud came back. So as far as I can tell, the corruption that Deshret experienced was very similar to the corruption that Rukkhadevata experienced during the Conrian Cataclysm. Like, it was basically the same thing, which means that both of them had been infected with the Abyss. It just so happened that Deshret had probably a much more serious infection that he couldn't control. Probably in part because of all the machinery he had and like how connected he was to the desert and the land and all that, and how powerful he was overall. So that's kind of what I've landed on in terms of the events that happened. So that's how the whole forbidden knowledge thing came to be. It's not really forbidden knowledge. It's abyssal mud. Like, I don't like that they call it forbidden knowledge. It's not what it is. It's not some secret. It's just, how do I put this? It's just the abyss, man. It's just the abyss. It's just the abyss. Anyway, yeah. That's that. I want to talk about the Golden Slumber like at length at some point. Like I'm so confused about the Golden Slumber's purpose. Because it looks like it was supposed to do like 4 different things, but like none of them actually line up with what the original goal was of Deshret and the Goddess of Flowers in the beginning. So like I'm totally lost. There has to be something missing. Anyway, the Black Game Star, thank you so much for your super chat. It's very kind of you, and I'm sorry that it went poof when my chat quit. But it's back now. I just wanted to say you were doing amazing work on your videos and theories. Look forward to more. Well, thank you.
It's rather pathetic to force a conversation.
Unfortunately, I have to tell you that I'm probably going to take the rest of the month off in terms of videos, which is one of the reasons why I'm streaming right now. Just because, like, obviously I'm working on the Beginner's Guide to Sumeru, and we're at this like weird point where it's like a few days till preload, and I can actually see what Dia's weapon lore is, among other things. To see if I will have to make any massive changes to my timeline. And I don't really want to like start working on something only to have it get completely overwritten in a week, because that sucks. And I could say the same thing, because like the next videos on my list were all actually going to be about Kaya, because there's this one video I've been trying to do for forever about him. And I really, really, really wanted to do it, but then it turns out that it looks like Kaya might be in the next Stainslift quest, if the PlayStation Store of Japan is anything to go by, because they showed a screenshot. So if he's gonna have lore in that quest even a little bit, then I kind of want to wait until we know what that is before I do anything else, and then I don't really know where I'm gonna go with my videos after that. So the only video I'm working on is like a really, 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 really long one, and that's the finale to the God of Time series. So I'm probably gonna end up taking from video making like the rest of the month off while I kind of sort out my scripts. So anyway, waves, snake, stones. Okay. But yes, thank you very much. Impromptu channel update, I guess. Da 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 da, give me all mine. And I think now we're good. I think now we're good. I hope chat doesn't quit on me again. Oh wait, no, I think I have there's one more that I missed. Yes, there is. Okay. Break Fate's chain. I didn't lose you. I promise. Thank you for your super as well. Thank you for making a desert lore video. I played through it and I definitely need a refresher. Unrelated, what elements do you think the Harbingers are? Two good questions. Yeah, honestly, I needed a refresher too. Because like, you read the obelisks out of order, which is part of the problem. And then like half of them are missing stuff. So you have to fill in the blanks, and then you have to cross-reference it with like 12 weapons and 4 artifact sets, and it's like, oh my, what a pain. I mean, it makes sense once you put everything together. It's just like gathering it all is a right pain in my tushy. What elements do I think the Harbingers are? An excellent question. I think Arlecchino is Cryo. I think Pantalone is Geo, because I want him to hurl Mora at people. Just like yeet gold at people. That's what I want him to do. I want him to be a catalyst that just yeets money. I think Sandrone, or I think Sandrone might be Electro. I think Dottore is Pyro. I think Capitano. What do I think Capitano's gonna be? I think he might be Cryo as well. I think Puccinella. What do I think? I don't know what Puccinella would be. I don't want to say Cryo again just because he's from Shiznaya. That seems silly. I don't know what I think he is. Columbina, I think she'll be Pyro. I think she'll be a Pyro unit. I guess it might make sense for Dottore to be Dendro though, huh? I don't know. Those are really my best guesses for right now. I do think Columbina will be Pyro. Apart from that, I'm not entirely sure. I guess Puccinella is the one that I'm just like, I have no idea. Like, legitimately have no idea. That is not the button I pressed, Mr. Controller, sir.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. Wait, who am I missing anybody? Well, 'cause no, we don't count Scara or Senora or Child. Yes, that's everybody except Piero, but I don't think Piero has an element. I think Piero's like Dainsleif. I think he has like the blue stuff. The blue foggy abyssy stuff. That's what I think. But yeah. Okay, wait. I did hang on. I gotta refresh this page because like I gotta refresh this page because I feel like my things are out of sync. Yeah, I miss. How am I missing one again? I am miffed. I am miffed. YouTube, you're a pain in my tushy. But Cyber Goblin, I'm glad I checked, or else I would have missed you. Thank you for your super. Completely unrelated to anything, but I really hope we get a character based on Julie Dubnay, a bisexual French opera singer and duelist. Ooh, that sounds spicy. That sounds very spicy. I'd be down for that. That'd be kind of cool. I know this is like completely unrelated, but like that just reminds me of Star Rail for some reason. Like Serval. But like an opera version of Serval. Yeah. Oh, I didn't kill it. I thought I killed it. I did not. I'll just smack her until she dies. It just, yeah. I think that sounds cool. I haven't really put a whole lot of thought into Fontaine because obviously I'm still trying to like digest Sumeru. I feel like we've just got this region, but in reality, we've been here for, oh my god, almost 6 versions now. No, 5 versions. We've been here for 5 versions. Oh my god, I have no sense of time. We've been here for 5 versions already, but I feel like we've still just got here, and I'm still piecing things together. So I haven't really thought about Fontaine at all, but yeah, operas and duelists. What do you guys think Fontaine's gonna be like? Because it seems like it's got some kind of French, but maybe some Gaelic influences, that kind of stuff. It seems like that might be what it is, but I don't know as much about like the Gauls and stuff as I feel like I probably should going into it. Well, I guess we know it's steampunk. That's the thing. I know a lot about steampunk. Well, more like I know a lot about steam machinery. It's not really the same thing. I don't know much about the punk aspect. I'm not too much on the punk. I see a blue dot. I'm going towards the blue dot because I think it's a shiny. And we like shinies because we're birds. Well, I'm a bird. I'm a bird brain. He's tiny. Hello, shiny. I did see a shiny. Yes, hello, little Anemo slimy. Oh, shiny, not slimy. You're not slimy. You're Anemo. You can't be slimy, else you wouldn't be wind. Anyway. Wait, did the audio die? Hold up. No, it didn't. Okay, cool. Cool, it didn't. It didn't. Oh my god. I am having so much trouble with YouTube tonight. I'm probably going to call it soon because YouTube is being a right pain in my tush-tush. iOS YouTube app still won't let me read up, I think. Here's a Discord rent for the month. We are out of eggs and Lyre didn't replace the toilet paper again. Is she on toilet paper duty? I think that was me. I've been stealing all the toilet paper because I'm collecting toilet paper rolls. That's a real thing. I'm actually collecting toilet paper rolls right now. I have so many. I have like 60 of them right now. So one thing, this is so random. I'm so sorry. The whole toilet paper roll thing, I'm actually collecting them. And the reason is because I realized recently that if I just collected my toilet paper rolls for like a year, I would have basically free seed starter trays, because what you can do is cut like 4 little slots into the bottom of the toilet paper tube, and then you can fold them on the bottom, and you basically create these little cardboard tubes that you can fill with soil, and you can put seeds in, and then you don't have to like try and wrangle the little seedling out of the plastic tray. You can just take the whole toilet paper tube and put it in the ground, and then it'll all just decompose. So like I am actually collecting toilet paper tubes. So that was my fault. Anyway. That's my thing. That's my thing. Yeah, my YouTube Android app is not letting me scroll up either, which is why I keep having to toggle back to YouTube Studio trying to see like the supers that I'm not seeing all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on, but that seems to be not just my problem now. So, oh, ow. I abuse this little boy so much. I'm so sorry. Don't worry, I won't make you fight the Weenut again. Alhaitham doesn't eat anything else. I fought the Weenut with Skara for every single match, not realizing that it had like 60% anemo resistance. And in hindsight, I feel kind of dumb. But you know, it is what it is, I guess. Corey, thank you for your super. You are also super. I'm doing a little song because YouTube decided to jump on me, and one day I'm gonna get over this stupid app. Sorry. Sumeru Underground makes my head hurt with the maps, but the idea of Fontaine Catacombs would be another level of monster. Oh, that is such a good thing. I want Catacombs so bad. That sounds amazing. Like, have you guys seen those catacombs that are like made, like the walls are made of skulls? I want that. I want that. Like, bad. It sounds so cool. It sounds so cool. I mean, like, okay, on principle, I love caves in games. I love them so much. But I like it when I have a map. I want a map, okay? It's not cool when I don't have a map. What does that say? Oh. That doesn't say anything, does it? Wait, how does this work? We've got a person and the F, and then... Well, maybe... I don't want to keep flying back and forth, but I think that's what it's going to make me want to do, huh? Yeah, probably. Okay. Person? Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Okay. Maybe this is a little bit different of a puzzle than I thought it was. Okay. Well, that's fine. We're gonna still try to do it. I really do. You know, it's so weird because like they obviously made the map because the map for the desert is on the frickin' Teyvat interactive guide for like the website version. Right? Like it's on the interactive map. So why then Wait, that's Pebbles K and what? F. Okay. F Pebbles K. So why then wouldn't they just put it on here? Why wouldn't they actually put it in the game? I don't understand. Okay. Wait, that's F. No, that was F. That was the F. Oh. Where are my pebbles? Oh no. I think I'm missing something. Okay, maybe this... Wait, what? I don't understand this puzzle. F on the left. Oh, it's not. Okay, that's why. But none of these have pebbles. That one has pebbles. Oh, it's backwards. That's why. I'm just dumb. It's okay. I don't mind being dumb sometimes. This is my free time. I'm allowed to be dumb. F. Yay! I'm magical! We'll light all these later. We're just gonna unlock them. Okay, that's 2 down. Like 4 more to go. Holy cow. I want catacombs, but I also want a map in-game! For frig's sake, how hard is it? It can't be that hard to add a map in the game. Give me the map. Salty. This is what I mean though, like with the little quality of life things that they're not giving us, but they could give us. Like they totally have the capacity to do it. It's not like they haven't made the assets. They obviously have. They're already available somewhere else. They just don't put it in the game, and I don't understand. Why would you not do that? Even if you gave me like a manual map somewhere or something, like just something. Infuriating. Oh, there's more stuff up here. Okay, so it's probably not up here. I don't want to do all this up here. No, jump. Okay, so I don't know where that one is unless it's over there. Maybe it's over there. Find it so infuriating. Kamisa, thank you for your super chat. Thanks for your explanation. So, to summarize, Desperate will periodically just leave the desert for a long time, only to return when he has a really good idea. Trust me, guys. Oops, I broke everything. Honestly, yeah. That's kind of the vibe. Not gonna lie. He kept, like, piecing out and then coming back and then piecing out again. And I was like, what is going on with this guy? Okay, so we've got the F and the person. But yeah, that's basically Desperate. Oh, we've got the F and the person. Okay, cool. Well, that's probably right then. We just have to do this one now. Waves and the J. Waves! Waves! But yeah, trust me, bro. That's Desperate. He's so problematic, like on so many levels. But like in a really good way. I realize that doesn't make any sense, but like just... He's the kind of chaotic that you would expect a god to be. That's what I mean by like in a good way. Not that he did good things, because he's kind of a... He's kind of weird. Like, he rejected a gnosis, you know? Like, he's like, I'm gonna rule this world with my friends. So he was like a cool, chill dude, but then also he's just like, also, fuck you, heaven. And then... he's such a weird character all the way around. And that's why I want him to be playable. I love him very much. He's so weird. All right, I'm missing one, and I don't know where it is. Probably down here, though. What do you think of my theory that the gods using their element like an evolved version of the element, like how A is electro, but she cuts through space, and Sayrai also has this weird space-time mess. Sayrai doesn't have weird space-time mess, does it? It just has like the electro-draining HP mechanic. Are you thinking of Surumi? Because Surumi doesn't have space-time issues, it just has time issues. It's in a time loop. I don't know how I would think about like ascended elements, honestly. I'm not sure what to think about that as a concept. Because like if you think of it that way, like A should be space, but like all of the stuff on her islands is all about time, but then Venti is all about time, but like there doesn't seem to be any distortions in terms of time in Mondstadt. Currently, at least not obviously. I don't know where the other things are. So I don't know. Oh, there it is. I found it. I was missing one. Indeeds. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. The interactive map one is fan-made. No, it's not. No, that one is on the Hoyoverse site. Wait, are you telling me that the official Hoyoverse to that interactive map is actually a fan-made one? Is that the case? Because like there's a couple of interactive maps. Oh, it wants me to hit them in order. Oh, you poop-faced McBingle snatchers. Okay, fine. But seriously, the one on the Hoyoverse like domain is actually a fan-made one? Because that's ridiculous. Oop, I did not manage stamina. Yeah. Aw. There's actually a woman at my workplace who's like really big into archery, and she sends me dad jokes sometimes. And I'm really upset that she's in Tennessee because I'm just like, I want to go like shoot things and share dad jokes with you. That sounds like so much fun. What the hell? Makes me sad. That's one thing that's not great about working remotely. Also, one of my favorite coworkers wants to go axe throwing, and I'm just like, oh, I can only do this like once a year with you, and that's awful. I want to go axe throwing like every weekend. This sounds amazing. Samira, thank you for your super. What do you think the statue of 7 for Venti and Nahida hold the same orbs? Is it the Genesis Pearl while Zhongli is holding a cube, same to Unknown God? I think the cube is actually just representing the Earth, which sounds like a weird thing. Except that, like, alchemically, we talk about the square as being, like, the stability of the Earth, like the building block, and, like, a reference to carbon and things like that. So, like, that's why I think he's a square. The Unknown God is kind of similar when you think about it in that way. Like, that's probably why she's like that. With cubes. I don't know much about Venti and Nahida, except, like, I guess you could think of them holding moons instead of holding orbs or Genesis Pearls. Because, like, the Genesis Pearl, as far as I'm concerned, and this is by no means canon, it's just, like, my current reigning headcanon, I guess. The Genesis Pearl, to me, is just a seed. So, I mean, I guess they could be seeds. There's no reason why I guess they couldn't be seeds. Oh my god, I hate these ones where they reset. Oh, these are so annoying. Oops. Okay. This stupid Sealy doesn't want things to happen. Oh, I've already screwed up. Got it. Ugh, I hate these ones. There was one that took me like 20 tries to get right because I couldn't get the timing right. Oh my god, I hate them so much. I hate them. I don't know why that Sealy hates me so much. I'm actually like I am partial to thinking that they're holding moons instead, but that's just my thing. That is just my opinion. Mostly because like I think Istaroth was a moon sister. And I think that, you know, Venti is related to Istaroth, and therefore he's related to the moon, and therefore he should be holding a moon. And similarly with Nahida, I think. I think Nahida has a lot in common with the Moon Sisters, and so it would make sense for her to hold one as well. A is a little bit weird because, like, she holds a mirror. Which is, I don't know what relevancy that has to anything in Genshin lore. I think it's, as far as I know, it's just a reference to the Japanese royal regalia, which is like a mirror, a mirror, a sword, and like a gem, I think is what it is. I forget. I don't know. I just realized I have a key to that place over there, and I want to open it. So we'll see. Kang, welcome back. Thank you again for your super chat. And King Deshret, master of all elements. Can he wield all the elements like Omni Element? Yeah, I think that's the implication, is that he has control over multiple elements. For sure. The thing is like, we can connect him to so many different elements. Like, obviously, he's Geo because he's Lord of the Sands. He's Anemo because he does sandstorms with the wind and he's working with time. He could be Pyro because he's got all the sun god references. So, like, you can argue a lot of different ways for him. So I think it makes sense for him to be a master of all elements in that way. For sure. I think that's what he is. There's a lot of theories going around now that King Deshret was one of the primordial one's shades. I find that a little bit difficult to swallow. I personally think that Seelies originally, and therefore like the entire Seelie race, like angels and stuff, didn't have limits on what elements they could and couldn't use. I think certain types of beings who are elemental beings were obviously based on elements and therefore became restricted to those elements. That's kind of how I think about it. But I don't know. I don't think it's natural for elements to be split. I think this is an unnatural state for the world to be in. All things considered. Silicon14, thanks for the super. Just came to vibe after recording. Hope Desert Lore hasn't driven you insane, and my hope is exploring is going well. I have like 6% left myself. I don't even know what I'm at. Oh my god, hang on. I'm just wandering around. I don't even know. I have 4% left after today. Apparently. Apparently there's still more to find. I'm not surprised. I did not explore very thoroughly when I was doing the quests because I was trying to record things. I was too focused. So I'm probably like missing a bunch of stuff underground. Which I guess speaking of, maybe we should just do that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to your next video, man. I am very much looking forward to it. You guys ever notice that anytime there's like something really sussy going on and with like a location, you get this like Aurora Borealis effect? You see this? You see this stuff? Like, this happens around the Sacred Sakura. It happens around Dragonspine. You know? And now it's happening here, over the Eternal Oasis. Yeah, I hope your recording went well. I'm looking forward to it. And IP Coffee, thank you very much for your cup of coffee. Your cup of digital coffee. I appreciate that. Cube Earth makes sense since they talk about the four corners of the world in Genshin. Yeah, you know, I guess that's one way to think about it too. That is another way to think about it. One interesting thing is when I was going through the desert lore, it kind of became... like, I kind of realized that, like, this probably was the original Padisara garden that the Goddess of Flowers made. But it's very plausible that Deshret actually encapsulated this place and froze it in time. Like, he was the reason it froze in time. And he did so using the power of the Celestial Nail, according to the stuff you can read. Right? So I thought that was interesting because it implies that the nails can kind of create these areas of stasis. Or that they can be used in such a way. And I never really thought about the nails being used as methods of interrupting the flow of time. But I think the implications of that are kind of interesting. You know? I don't know that there's anything back in here. I just kind of want to wander around in here. Komesa, thanks for your super again. Wow. You guys are so nice. My God. I appreciate that so much. Same. I was expecting Hoyu to pull a misdirect with Deshret's resurrection was a lie thing and actually have it happen in the story, like Deshret versus Azar, and how he just imprisons him in a sarcophagus. Like, how's that feel, huh? Yeah. Yeah. I really want him to come back. Like, I really do. Okay. I don't know if you guys have seen this on Reddit. I meant to share it on Twitter and then I just didn't because I'm trying to detox more of my social time so that I can actually focus on things. Like a responsible adult. There's this post on Reddit that noticed something interesting. You guys remember in the flashback scene when Ruka was putting Deshret into the ground? Like when she dropped him like as a seed into the ground and he kind of like sploinked up as a crystal before falling back down into the black pool of the ground. You guys remember that? Well, that purple crystal is the exact same shape and color as that crystal in the 3.5 trailer for the Dainsleif quest that's underground and all chained up. And I don't know if that has any relevancy. I don't know if that's like actually supposed to be Deshret or whatever, but like we're going to be in Sumeru for this quest because like it looks like we're in Gandharvaville for at least part of it, according to the trailer. So like there's at least a small possibility that Deshret is chained up underground and we're going to go look at him, which is kind of weird. I'm just saying. This is also very interesting because these Padisaras have 4 petals on the outside of the main petal. I think that's interesting. I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm just, you know. So I kind of hope he comes back. Kind of hope he comes back. This place is also untouched by Irminsul, by the way, because the throne still says Rukkhadevata on it. like of these, this is Deshret's throne, by the way, which is weird that Deshret's throne is the one that grows flowers. It's very weird that his throne is the one that grows flowers. Like, super weird. You'd think it would be the goddess of flowers that grows flowers, but it's not. It's Deshret. But then, like, the other two thrones say Nabu Malikat, which is referring to the goddess of flowers, and then the other one says Rukkhadevata, and not Kusanali. So that's interesting. Irminsul can't reach here. Which makes sense, because this is frozen in time. So, anyway. Yeah, I went off on a tangent. I'm sorry. Deshret is Zhongli. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. It would take so much convincing for me to believe that Deshret is Zhongli. Like, they're nothing alike. At all. Like, nothing alike. Personality-wise or otherwise. And besides, like, Deshret would have been in the desert, like, during the same time that Zhongli was hanging out with Guizhong. Like, it's basically impossible for them to be the same person. Basically impossible. Comesa the flower. Oh, thank you for the super, by the way. Oh my god. I'm fading. I am tired. I'm gonna log off here in a bit. Malachite, I totally see you. I'll be right with you. I'll be right back. The flowers in Deshret's throne make me think that the ritual was conducted here. Like, he sat there while the goddess of flowers did whatever to him. Yeah, okay, I could see that. I could totally see that. That makes sense. The one other thing I wanted to point out. Malachite, thank you as well for your super. If I had a nickel for every time a god was kind and planted like a seed, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit weird. You guys have probably seen this by now, yeah? Obviously, like, people were making a big fuss about this. I don't know, like, the thing that gets me about this one is the direction that it's facing. Look where it's pointing. It's going this way. Why is it going this way? What's over here? Because so far, all of these white branches have been pointing towards the nearest celestial nail. The one in the chasm points towards the chasm nail. The one in Dragonspine points towards the Dragonspine nail. So this one, looking at where we are and looking at like how this is going, the darkest part of this sandstorm is right here, which means that right here, like right here, might be where the celestial nail is. Just saying. Just saying. It'd be very interesting if the Abyss Order would fuse the corrupted spirit of Deshret and abyssal energy from the Venti statue and the godly mechanical body. Yeah, you know what's funny? The Venti statue doesn't have a face. I didn't realize this until the second time I'd gone through the quest, but the Venti statue legit does not have a face. It's been completely, like, sawed off, just like the ones in the chasm. It's hard to tell because the purple orb is there, right? That giant purple thing just kind of spinning. But I got footage of it this time. And I thought that was so interesting. So interesting that it's like that. But yeah. Caffeinated Uncoffee. I know you've made a mask theory in the past, so I really want to hear your thoughts on the Hilichurl apparently taking off their mask in the trailer for 3.5. I wonder, like, if we're going off of the last Dainsleif quest, I wonder if they're going to go the route of continuing that one. Because, like, remember how the Abyss Order was trying to un-Hilichurl the Hilichurls by, like, finding this purification fountain and, like, doing, like, remember that? It makes me wonder if that's what they're trying to do here still, too. Like, if they're still doing experiments and we're going to see progress on one of those experiments. to see a hilichurl get unhilichurled. I think that would be interesting. That's what I want to see. That's definitely what I want to see. All right. Long time no chat. Thank you for your super. Can't stay too long, but thanks for sharing all the interesting lore tidbits. Your streams are appreciated as always, and you are appreciated as well. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I really do. On that note, I think I'm gonna wrap up for tonight. I'm tired. I'm mentally tired. I've been through this desert like a million times now. I've read so much in the last like 5 days. I've read so much. If I have to read Desert Pavilion one more time, I think I'm gonna explode. Like, I'm actually gonna explode. Anyway, yeah, I don't have anything to say about upcoming videos just because I'm gonna wait a bit. So you might get a little bit less videos from me for the end of February. Until we get to the start of 3.5, which will start, I think, on the 28th. I think that's when we're gonna be happening. Yeah, is that right? Well, I guess depending on time zones. 28 March 1st, whatever. That's when we'll do that. So, yep, expect the beginner's guide to Sumeru the first week of March if we're lucky. First or second week of March if we're lucky. And then obviously expect a Kaya video. I really want to do the Kaya versus the Moon video. That's the one I really want to make. We'll see if that still holds up by the time the Dainslift quest gets here. If they're completely unrelated, then I will also be doing a Dainslift recap quest. What I will not be doing is a Jet recap quest because I think everyone had a pretty easy time following her specific story. It was like all of the desert lore that was confusing, not really her. So I don't think I'll be doing a recap quest for that. And yeah, so other than that, I don't really have any like concrete plans for right now. We'll just kind of go with the flow for now. I've got like a lot of little lore bits topics that I kind of want to put together, so we'll see which ones come up. I might put some polls up and see what you guys want to hear about. I have some weird ones. But yeah, so I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head out. Why Kaya trying to throw hands at Moon? Oh, well, you'll see. You'll see. You'll see. He's gonna fight the Moon. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Little Wandy boy appreciates it. He always likes having company. So does this guy. He likes making fun of you, even though you make fun of him. Because he's make funnable. Make funnovable. Well, that's my new word. Anyway, I'm heading out. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'll see you